Picture an apartment on a dark, rain-slicked night. The rest of the city is asleep, but up on the second floor, a single yellow light is still burning. Inside is Aditya, a freelance video editor whose heavy workload keeps him glued to his monitors long after midnight. The clock on his desk reads exactly 3 a.m. His screen suddenly lights up with an incoming call from an unknown number. He answers it, expecting a client in a different time zone. Instead, the line is entirely silent, except for the rhythmic, deliberate sound of someone breathing heavily on the other end. After a few seconds, the call drops. He asks aloud who is there, gets no reply, and immediately writes the whole thing off. To him, it is simply a wrong number or a bored friend playing a late-night prank. He puts the phone face down and goes right back to editing his video. For Aditya, logic is a safety net. If a phone rings and no one speaks, it's a glitch or a prank, because in his world, those are the only two options. This instinctual need to rationalize is what allows him to keep working, even when the timing is this precise. The next night, the exact same thing happens. The clock hits 3 a.m. and the phone rings again, another unknown number. This time, his annoyance shifts into genuine anger. He picks up the phone and demands the caller stop wasting his time. A voice finally speaks, whispering 3 distinct words: "Don't look behind." A cold shock hits Aditya's chest. He violently spins his chair around. The room is completely empty. The next morning, Aditya attempts to trace the number by calling it back, but the signal fails to connect. An automated voice confirms the number he received the call from does not exist. A physical human cannot dial out from a non-existing routing node. The threat has shifted from a harmless prank into an anomaly that completely breaks the established architecture of modern telecommunications. On the third night, the caller ID shifts. It no longer shows a blank number, but simply reads "unknown caller." When he answers, a woman is weeping softly. She speaks directly to him, saying, "He is in your house." Almost immediately, a loud crash echoes from the kitchen, the sharp, unmistakable sound of a heavy steel pan hitting the floorboards. Aditya grabs his flashlight and slowly searches the space. Every pan is perfectly stacked. The room is entirely undisturbed. This split-screen image shows what he discovers upon returning to his desk. His webcam has activated on its own. On the left, we see what his physical eyes see, a perfectly empty chair in his dark room. But on the right monitor feed, a towering pitch-black entity is standing directly behind where he was just sitting. When he whips his head around, there is nothing there. He stays awake until dawn, tearing the apartment apart looking for an intruder. Finding none, he convinces himself that severe sleep deprivation and extreme screen fatigue are causing aggressive hallucinations. By morning, he searches the entire house, but finds nothing. He tries to convince himself that severe stress and a heavy workload are causing his mind to play tricks on him. Night 4 arrives. The phone rings at exactly 3 a.m. He answers, and the woman's voice returns, saying, "Today, he will see you." The moment the sentence ends, the entire house loses power, plunging the apartment into total darkness. As we see in the shaky flashlight footage, he tries to navigate to the exit. The light sweeps across the floorboards and catches something moving. A distorted shadow with 4 distinct legs is stretching across the ground from just outside his field of view. His phone lights up with another call. The same woman's voice delivers a single instruction: "Run." Aditya drops the flashlight, sprints for the front door, and bursts out into the street without looking back. Standing in the rain on the wet pavement, he finally turns around. Up in the window of his second-floor apartment, a massive, pitch-black silhouette without a face is staring straight down at him. The chilling realization hits him. The dark entity wasn't just a glitch on his screen. It is a physical presence occupying his home. His environment has become hostile, leaving him with only one option: escape. At dawn, Aditya goes straight to the local police station. A senior officer listens to his chaotic story with heavy skepticism, but asks how old his apartment building is. The officer then pulls a deeply archived file from a dusty cabinet. The paperwork details a cold case from exactly 25 years ago. A woman died under mysterious circumstances in that very same apartment, and her physical body was never recovered. The file reveals a chilling detail. Before her disappearance, the woman had desperately tried calling the police multiple times at exactly 3 a.m., but her calls were never recorded. No one was pranking him. His devices were directly intercepting the preserved digital echo of a dying woman's last desperate attempts to call for help. Aditya abandons the lease that afternoon and moves far away. Months pass. His routine stabilizes, his sleep schedule recovers, and the terrifying week slowly fades into a bad memory. He feels completely safe. Then, he decides to boot up his old mobile device to retrieve some files. As soon as the screen powers on, a notification pops up. It is a missed call from an unknown number. The timestamp reads 3 a.m. His hand shaking, he opens a single new voicemail. The audio crackles with the familiar sound of deliberate, heavy breathing, followed by a faint whisper. "I am still behind you." The moment the message ends, the phone battery instantly dies. He sits in the dead silence of his new apartment. Then, from the empty space directly over his shoulder, he hears the slow, rhythmic sound of someone taking a breath. Fleeing a compromised location only works if the threat is bound to the architecture. But when an anomaly infiltrates your digital devices, it finds a way into your reality. The most dangerous entities do not haunt physical houses. They attach themselves directly to the observer,